question that a lot of people would like to know the answer to whilst we're on the topic of tax is, why is it so expensive, and how can I pay less tax? How can I, what's an easy way for the average Joe to minimise their tax?
Yeah, great question. It's this time of year is also great, usually April to June, to look at ways to minimise tax. There's probably half a dozen core things that business owners tend to do, driven around income, so deferring income, pushing income forward into the next year.
Right.
Particularly if you've got a lumpy year, business profits go up and down, they're pushing income forward. For small businesses who are able to prepay things, you can bring expenses forward. That's a big one. Bring it into this year. Of course, if you prepay, you then often go into a prepayment cycle. So be mindful that if you don't prepay every year, then you have a catch up in the year you've prepaid.
Right.
Trading businesses that carry stock, you can legally value stock at the lower of cost market or realisable value. So, revaluing your stock, if you've got stock that you've been sitting on for a while and might be showing even at cost, but it's worth less than that. A common one is to devalue your stock to more market values or levels.
Right.
Depreciation's a big one. We still have instant asset write-off in Australia. Obviously,
is that capped at an amount? The instant
yeah,
asset
so
write-off?
Federal election coming up.
Anything
being proposed at this stage. It has become law. It is now 20,000 still for the 2025 year.
Right.
We're seeing both sides looking at this. Without going to a political discussion today, but there's an extension possibly in one camp for 30k next year, 25, 26. Or possibly it's been silent in the Labor camp around going back to a $1,000 write-off. So
that's nothing.
That's right. So it's an interesting one, that one. But certainly, depreciable items, buying assets, you can write off. Instant asset write-off for June 25 is 20,000 at the moment. So that's a big one. Paying salaries, or particularly bonuses or accruing bonuses, is another big one. If you've got, and bonus is an interesting thing, right? It's what human behaviour are you actually wanting to modify? Are you trying to incentivise on sales or gross profits or net profits? If you're paying salaries to, say, senior team members for a good quarter or a good year, and you traditionally would determine it by June 30, even though you may not pay it until after June 30, you can get a deduction for it in the financial year, this year, June 25.
That's that whole bringing stuff forward or pushing stuff back.
100%,
right?
100%.
Okay.
So, and probably another last one, probably the half dozen main ones, is capital gains. So whether it be in a business or particularly in a personal name, someone might have sold a property. Property prices are booming. You're in an up market. You sell anything, you might have a capital gain to consider. Strategies there are offsetting some capital losses. If you're sitting on some penny dreadful shares, you could sell. A big one is probably a seventh, and that's superannuation. Is putting age-based super contribution limits in. There's also a 5-year bring forward where people may not have used superannuation up to the last 5 years.
They haven't used the
unused age-based limit. 100%.
So they've got sort of extra an amount they can top it up by. Is that what you're trying to say?
So in the last sort of 5 years, personal super limits have gone from 25 to 27.5. It's now 30,000.
Yep.
Traditionally, people who are on salary would have their 11.5% paid into super. But
by the employer?
By the employer,
okay.
Correct. But the buffer that the member can top up into super themselves is a great way to put a lump sum in to offset a capital gain if you've made one this financial year.
On a property or something?
Yeah, shares, business,
those
sort of things.